Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and there is a lot going on for a Friday, so let's get it going. Before we go, if you want to join the private group to get the full video plus the extended video with no commercials, go to daixrp.com to join through the Patreon, or click this little join button right here below any of my YouTube videos if you'd rather join through YouTube. This is Sam Boyle right here, folks. He is one of the brokers, one of the main brokers at Caleb and Brown. I want you to hear what he says here. Caleb and Brown's my new partner. I want you to hear this. This is important. Folks, you can feel this market ready for takeoff, and you've got to position yourself and think about the things that are important to be positioned in the right place for a bull run.
Some of the risk aspects that comes to crypto, that comes to trading, no matter what industry it is, how secure is Caleb and Brown?
Good question. And this is something that's very, very important, because you get into the space in order to have sovereignty over your own wealth and have your full control of the assets you hold. And then you get to a stage where FTX or Celsius issue happens, and it's like you have to wait a year and a half, or you don't wait at all. You've lost all your crypto. So we've put a lot of effort and capital into making sure we've got wallets separated from every other client. They're in wallets that actually have, through Fireblocks, multi-party computation. So multiple parties have to sign off with Face ID to actually confirm any movements of crypto. And on top of that, clients have been storing with us since 2016, the whole way through without issue. And we've pretty much looked at every possible aspect of storage that can go wrong. So having cold storage facilities as well to prevent hacks from third parties. And but we have that option for clients. Your clients we can withdraw it to clients without issue, and we can help them with their own storage also.
It's huge, folks, huge. Now, if you want to open an account, I made it easy. Excuse me. Go to xrpwealth589.com. It's a domain that I've created, and it forwards you to my page here on Caleb and Brown. You just click the sign up today button, and it is on like Donkey Kong, and you've got institutional grade custody. You get a personal broker you can actually talk to, and he can guide you through your crypto journey. And then it's a no-brainer, and you've got the liquidity. They have multiple liquidity providers around the world, so that when it comes time to sell, you have the liquidity to sell. Brad Combs from Digital Perspective just put out the agenda for XRP Las Vegas 2025, and it is awesome. Let me hit some of the high points. There's Phil and Dom from Easy A. Developer onboarding in 2025, $25,000 price is moderated by Vet. Many of you know Vet from XRP social media. iTrustCapital CEO Jake Boyle from Caleb and Brown will be there. Many of the Uphold executives are going to be there. Then you got a whole gold panel they're doing. They got plenty of people. Jason Cousins from Glint, Miles Franklin, Andy Scheckman, Lynette Zhang. Then you've got the Ripple Effect Legal Challenges and Opportunities. Paul Barron's going to be a moderator on several panels. Let's go down. Let's skip to the juicy part, folks. Let's get down to on Saturday. This is the evolution of finance with Chris Brummer. I wanted to get to this part right here. Brad Garlinghouse, 4 to 425. So Chris Brummer is going to be interviewing Brad Garlinghouse. Let me see. One of these I may have missed. David Schwartz is on here somewhere. There's Matt Hogan from Bitwise. Austin King from Omni is going to be there. Go check this. Go through this. You'll see it's an unbelievable lineup of interviews and people that are going to be on stage. So go to xrplasvegas.com. The ticket sales are accelerating. You better hurry. Okay. And here we go. We've got XRP at 220. The market is kind of sitting there, kind of calm right now, but 220 XRP feels like it wants to blast off. And listen to this, face-melting bull run on the horizon.
All the hallmarks of a potential face-melting breakout. This is not confirmed, to use technical terms, but I love the pattern. I'd like to see a couple backfilling subdivisions and a high at least over 95, 96 range. And then maybe more important to that would be a cooling off of Bitcoin and some impulsive reaction from Ethereum, Solana, and other L1s and L2s that are the base of the infrastructure of digital assets.
And then this is Lark Davis, who I think is one of the good guy Bitcoin maxis. He's not a total jerk about all other tokens.
Toddler music stories. Good question. Some advice for those of us like me who are in their first bull run. Welcome to the party, first and foremost.
Yep.
Learn as much as you possibly can, as fast as you possibly can. Lock in this very exciting time in the market. Try not to FOMO on big green days. Try to add on red days when everyone's freaking out. Those are the best times to buy. Go slow. I know you're going to be tempted to throw your money at literally everything in the market, and you're going to fail a lot. Learn those lessons. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
I would add, in my opinion, it's best to already have picked your horses. Don't start chasing green candles in the middle of a bull run just because things are going up. That's a big mistake I've seen, and I'm not a financial advisor.
Learn about Bitcoin first. Start going down the rabbit hole from there. Understand you don't need to be the guy who gets the $5 in a meme coin that goes to $1 billion and make $1 million. It's probably not going to be you, but you can probably do pretty well off of investing in some of the bigger cap altcoins that'll probably have pretty nice runs but of themselves. I hope that's useful.
Enough of that. Check this right here looks, pretty scary. I can't imagine what Sam Bankman-Fried, this guy screams weakness to some of these people in prison. I can't imagine what kind of stuff he's facing on a daily basis, but can't say he doesn't deserve it. Breaking, the Federal Reserve withdraws crypto guidelines for banks. The Federal Reserve just rescinded its 2022-2023 guidance that required banks to notify or get approval before engaging in crypto and stablecoin activities. But then Caitlin Long came in and said, I just noticed the Fed didn't rescind its January 27th, 2023 anti-crypto guidance, which the board voted 7-0 to approve at the time. But it appears to have rescinded all other guidance it issued without a board vote. I think this means the Fed didn't yet comply with Trump's executive order. So Fed anti-crypto guidance is still in place, which means Fed-regulated banks are disadvantaged versus the OCC or FDIC-regulated banks for stablecoins and other activities. Stablecoin bill, when it becomes law, will overturn this, but it ain't over yet. And then here is Kevin OLeary.
All right, Kevin, you are going to be with us at Consensus next month, May 14th to 16th in Toronto. Give me a little preview as to what you're going to be talking about. I know you're doing a keynote, and then you have a talk called Crypto's Next Chapter.
Yeah, a lot of people are asking me about the digitization of the North American economy. And I'm bringing that to the table. There's been so much change to how business is done, including crypto creeping into it. But it's more about why is the S&P 500 margins higher than pre-pandemic? Why in private companies in North America, Canada, and the United States have margins grown from 15 to 17.5%? What happened? What happened to the economy when you would have thought the pandemic would have wiped out so many of these businesses, and it didn't happen? And so I'm going to walk through a bunch of case studies of companies, some within my own portfolio, others. These are not academic studies. These are real companies that maneuvered their way from a Nike through to a small 500 employee company through this remarkable 4-year period. And we are in a new place now. And the direct consumer market is a multi-trillion-dollar business worldwide. All kinds of strategies have emerged, and and then digital payment systems are going to be a huge part of this. So I want to
who's doing that?
encompass all of that in my keynote. I've really been working hard on this one because we're in such an interesting time in terms of business and investing. And I think that's a good way to approach the conference. And I'm looking forward.
Okay, Monica Long did an interview with this guy, Oceanfront. I don't know if I'm butchering that. Caught up with him, CNBC's Beyond Valley, to discuss Ripple's acquisition of Hidden Road. It's only been 2 weeks since the announcement and how the primary broker directly bolsters Ripple's bread and butter, providing financial infrastructure. Well, let's just hear it from her. This is a great clip.
Important. Yeah, and you mentioned Hidden Road earlier, the acquisition. I think you spent 1.25 billion on that. Yes. Is that an indication that Ripple's going to be more acquisitive going forward now?
Yes.
Good. So we can expect some more M&A to come.
Yes, more exciting things for sure. I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, I think 1.25 billion marks it as one of the largest in crypto history. Being a crypto company, we stand alone as being an owner of a non-bank prime broker. The Hidden Road, like, I'm so bullish on having this tight, like, under one roof partnership at this point between a company that serves like hundreds of the highest volume trading financial institutions with our business, where we can be more of the blockchain tech infrastructure. And for them, I mean, they do $3 trillion annually. Revenue is super healthy, 100 million plus, and they can now get more risk capital using our balance sheet, so they can also grow their business exponentially.
And I have to ask you, maybe not in the current market, but I have to ask you about an IPO at some point. You know, Brad has said to me in the past, when the SEC issues are done, we can start thinking about an IPO. Maybe is an IPO in the cards for Ripple at any point soon?
At this moment, we have a lot of liquidity, so we do have billions of dollars cash on the balance sheet. We're in a really healthy position. We're in an acquisitive position, as you put it. So we're really just focused on growing the business as we are now.
Okay, and I don't think there's overlap here.
It's not realistic that the existing systems like banks are going to plug directly into the blockchain. They do need some connective tissue. That's what we provide. So what does infrastructure mean? It's things like getting from real world currency, fiat currency, into digital asset currency. Those are on-ramps. The inverse would be off-ramps. Secure custody. It's providing, stable coins and even, services for the institutions to be able to tokenize assets. So it's providing that layer of services that they need. In addition, the whole company started because 3 developers created the XRP ledger, which we were talking about. And so we've always had a belief in, building use cases that would make use of the efficiency within XRP ledger. So the set of services I'm talking about and the use cases that financial institutions would use would be, presumably on this ledger.
Okay, we're going to go into DAIXRP.com, which is the Patreon. If you want to join through YouTube instead of Patreon, you can go down and click the join button right below any of these YouTube videos. And today I'm going to show you, there's one video that I came across this morning. I've never seen anybody, it's a gold guy, I've never seen anybody summarize what's really going on and what I've been trying to tell everybody for years now. This wasn't created by some libertarian in a basement in his bathrobe, folks, out of the kindness of his heart. Okay? And this guy summarizes it better than anybody I've ever heard. I think I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.